Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing with Jeskai Occulus. Whoa, what does that mean? Well, Oculus has been playing with Abhorrent Oculus, which is a big time, super cool thing, which we'll talk more about in the future. Jeskai, it means blue, white, and red. Take a look at the cards there, blue, white, and red. If this sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, and this episode will be performed entirely by sock puppets. DrYukonSuckIt. Yes, thank you. Filmed before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. DrYukonSuckIt. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground Edwards headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck that I found over on Magic GG's Platinum Mythic list with some adjustments. All right, so yeah, the deal is I was taking a look around Magic GG, went to the Platinum Mythic list, started going down through the list of things, and I found this particular deck. What I liked about it is that it was an Abhorrent Oculus deck, but it was not Azorius, it was Jeskai, and I thought, hey, maybe it'll be interesting, maybe it'll be fun, maybe it'll be something different. And it was, but the thing was, is when I first played it, it kind of sucked. What did I get? I got a 38% win rate. I said, this thing needs more removal. It needs more control. So I ended up removing, what did I get rid of there? Recommission and the Prophet's Edict, Eidetic Memory, right? That's what I got rid of. And I ended up putting in Sheltered by Ghosts and Authority of the Consuls. And after that, this deck smoked them. So this is a tuned up version of a Jeskai Oculus deck. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards in this deck. We'll talk a little bit about how it should work, and then we're going to go out and crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got here today? Well, let's start with what this deck's about. Abhorrent Oculus, he's a 5/5 flyer. He costs 3. That is fantastic. The big problem is that you cannot cast him unless you can exile 6 cards from your graveyard. So you got to wait till you got at least 6 cards in your graveyard. Well, how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to start playing a lot of cards that are going to make us discard some cards. And there's good reasons for that, and we'll talk about when that's going to happen. That way we can play this guy as early as possible. But another thing we could do is we could discard the Abhorrent Oculus and get him back with Helping Hand, where we could turn target creature with mana of 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Boink. So lots of ways of getting this guy out, which is fantastic. All right, so let's take a look at what everything else does. This makes it so your opponent's creatures come in tapped, and you gain life. Helping Hand, basically it slows your opponent down and gives you lots of time. Helping Hand bounces back the Oculus into the Flood Maw, bounces an opponent's guy. Sure, it's just for defensive purposes, right? Spell Pierce gets rid of a target non-creature spell, unless they have 2 mana to overwrite it. This guy puts out a token, I guess, so we'll see if we'll be having a good use for that. We can sacrifice this token to potentially do 3 points rather than 2 points of damage. If that thing would die, then it is exiled instead. Get Lost destroys target creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Shelter by Ghost exiles anything your opponent's got. You have to put this onto one of your creatures, but then it gets +1/+0, lifelink, and ward 2, which is fantastic. This allows you to discard a card and draw 2 cards. And you can pay 1 to sacrifice to give all your creatures haste, FOMO, discard a card, then draw a card. And then when you get up to Delirium, anytime this thing attacks, then you pick a creature that you have that is attacking. And then at the end of the turn, you untap it and you get a tap again. Attack again. If you had a bunch of guys that just came in, they'd, I think, get to untap and go. Something like that. Let's see. This guy... You may discard a card. When you do, put a Popo counter target attacking creature against trample. Whenever you discard one or more cards, you get to exile top card library. You may play that one your turn. And this guy, when it comes into play, you draw 2 cards and you discard 2 cards unless you discard an instant sorcery or a creature with flying, which we got a lot of that going on. Lots of dual lands, lots and lots of dual lands of various types. No man lands in here, but we're just going to town with dual lands. What are we going to do? We're going to try to control the board a little bit by putting out the Authority for Consuls, using Get Lost and Shelter by Ghost to keep things out of our way. Spell Pierce to help pass things down, bouncing some stuff back. Torch the tower, taking out guys. So we got a lot of control in here. But then what we're trying to do is dump things into our graveyard, potentially the Oculus, so we can use Helping Hand to get it back. If it happens to be that we get 6 things in our graveyard and we got an Oculus, we can just play it. Start putting out Dreads, which is just any card we pull from the top of our graveyard. Sometimes it'll be creatures. We can pay their cost to bounce them back out as themselves, and we just go to town. Basically, this guy just sets up a swarm, and he just goes nuts. And plus a flying 5/5, that is hard to pass up. All right, so that's it. That's what we're going to do. Now, before we go out and do our damage, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black Queen Sheoldred, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentations of the women. All right, up against Booney. Two mana. We just need something to bounce us back from our hand, or from the graveyard, but hopefully we'll grab it. I didn't see this guy coming in. I was just doing it for that purpose right there. All right, I don't know. It's FOMO. Pop this guy. Not the card we were hoping for. There we go. That's exactly what we need. Let's just get rid of this little boy right there. All right, so turn 4 for the Oculus. Everything we got can kill the Lookout. All right, number 1, Oculus up. Now number 2. All right, there we go. Let's manifest some Dread. Dread! All right, so he's at 16. If I FOMO it, it'll die if he doesn't attack. We got to get that 3-tree scribe out of the way is the problem. I could do 10 points of damage. Great. All right, what can we do to make things better here? We could pop this guy out. I'll attack, pull this guy back. I want to give it right here. Let's Popo up on, let's get rid of this guy. Pop that. This guy's acting all squirrely like he's got something to do. All right, there you go. You go ahead and kill the Scholar if you like. Which you'd be taking like at least 13 points of damage. There you go. Oh, the humanity. Do I have 6 in my graveyard? Just I do, barely. All right, and all in. Do I want to pump these guys a little bit more? No, I'm cool. Should have pumped the flyer. That would have been for the best. Six. All right, so we can attack in. The guy's got to get pumped. All right, we got another flyer and a popper. All right. Oh, boy, that sucks. All right. I would have loved to have either of those cards, and it didn't work out. So he's got to play defense. If he doesn't, I'll just swarm and kill him. That's bad for him. I got a lot of flying, though. What are these guys over here? Nothing to pop. He does have a guy. He's got 2 guys with reach. That's not great. We don't have any means of really killing them. Just pop like this. Pop. Cool. And I can put one more on there, which is 6. Good, we could do that. Let's just do it then. Cool. Let's see what he tries to do. I'll tell you what. Do I have something? I do. What? Sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token. How are you not any of the above? Just let it go. He's an enchantment. It's been done. All right, I think that's it. I think we got it. I got a guy who's coming in. Do 7 points of damage, unblocked. And we win! And we win! Boom, boom, goes the room. Victory! Alright, playing against Spyglass 9678. And I got 0 white. All right. Question is, what are we going to do? We're going to, white would be great. Authority of the Consul would be fantastic to get out. But it is not happening. So we're just going to kill these guys. I can bounce some guys back. Just one, right? Yes, let's do it. All right, oh, I don't even, just because it's white. I need a white even just to bring Oculus back. That's not working. So we need white mana and a card. Let's see if we can go get ourselves a white mana. That'd be fantastic. And it did work. Excellent. Let's go get it. All right. Into the Flood Maw will potentially help keep you alive. You, my friend. Got 4 in there right now. He's not going to attack because he's worried about losing a lass. Actually, I should have popped him beforehand. I don't have what it takes to do that. Can't pick my own. This is let it resolve. There you go, there's a fish. Have a good time. Well, I did not get what I needed. Let's see what we can do with this. Not really going to help too much. Instant or sorcery or 2 cards. All right, well, we did the best we could do at the moment. Let's just bring back another manifested situation there. He wants to try to steal him, he can, but then that guy's just going to sit there and be a chump. Yeah, pick somebody. But guess what, man? You have to wait until you actually have Beef Supreme to come at me. You just made a decision without making a decision, huh? You want to attack? That'd be like fun, wouldn't it? Come at me, brah. This is all crap. We got enough there. We got 10. We can put another Oculus out. All right, my friends, good to see you. All right, let's see what we're going to get. This guy. All right, we got fear of missing out. A little FOMO. That's good. Almost going to win the game for us. We'll kill that guy then. There we go. What has he got in his hand? It's only a singleton. All right, we're looking great. Let's pop this stuff out. We won't put this on. Put it on this guy so we can have a little bit of ward action. Boink. And we win. Suck it, sucker fish. Suck it. All right, pin against Izzet. Izzet. Deep. No eye tyrants. I can spell pierce. Let's just remember that. I will normally forget this kind of thing. No, he's not even bothering to go for it. 2. Discard a card. That didn't help at all. Would have loved to have spell pierced that. That doesn't help. Let's see what else we can find here. Our Shelter by Ghost will help. A permanent and opponent controls. I know what that is. Our power right there. All right. Well, this will shut it down big time. Do I even need to worry about this anymore? Let's just put that out. That's an artifact, huh? All right, let's just keep it going. You're out of mana. All right. The Authority of the Consuls shuts down Urbrass Forge. He does have the ability to do a lot of things, though. Dang, that is a good one. All my plans shot to crap. Put this one out because it is awesome. Let's get rid of this because everything else looks really good. Do I have 6 in there yet? Nope, I don't. My guys are really cheap. Well, deck is very cheap. That is a problem when someone's playing with temporary lockdowns. I mean, a good get lost will get rid of it, but I gotta go get them now. I only got one in the entire deck. Shelter by Ghost, maybe that'll help. Oh, I gotta get lost right there. Duh. I thought I already cast it. That was not the case at all. Not gonna help with Authority of the Consuls out. Nice. All right, you got 2 mana. You could potentially do something kooky. And something kooky he did. Let's get rid of this FOMO. I got 6 in here, including that. So let's just go for it. No. Ah, there we go. And again, we're down to 9, so our consoles are keeping their best forges off of us. I'm hoping that's good enough. This guy is definitely attempting to do something with his double instantizer. He's just going to draw cards. Good. But frankly, I got huge things going on, provided things stay the way they are. We have a bit of reunion, being able to give guys haste, Abhorrent Oculus coming out on the next turn. I got everything I got going on. Urbest Forge is pinned down. He only has, what has he got? He's got 5 mana, essentially. Yeah, those things just give me nothing but life every turn. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Let's pop it. Nope, I don't need that. Oh, whatever. All right, let's hope this will do it. We just got to get ourselves a dread, hold it together. Look at his beady red eye looking at that guy. He knows what it is. All right, lucky jerk. Because I could steal it. So I need a guy out. I got plenty of mana for this. Got 2 cards. Yeah, we'll get rid of that guy. That's fine. Come on, stay alive. I need you. There we go. I think the Torch Tower will be a lot more useful, but let's just go for it, man. Do I have anybody that's available? Nope. There we go. Go get an Oculus back, if need be. Too bad I can't shoot him in the face. That's not going to happen. Want to pop out a fish? You can do that too. That's smart. And we win. Suck it, sucker fish. In your face. All right, pin against Hamodi 995. Hamodi. All right, let's turn the beast off because you're being a little too dynamic over there, my friend. Shot. I hear some FOMO. Let's just drop the bouncer. Ooh, we got a lot of shelter by ghosts. You can just see it coming there. All right, there's our last dude. If you don't have this guy sticking around, we're gonna have a problem. Decline, I'll get rid of a land and one of the shelter by ghosts. That feels so bad getting rid of it. I want the land and I want the helping hand. I got 5 guys in there. Okay, cool. All in. Like anything here to bring him back? Nope. Five in the graveyard. We need 6 to be able to put out the Oculus. Jeez, that is a lot. If I put a double up on this guy, he'll be strong enough to kill Jace. Let's just not worry about it at the moment. He's got to put one more thing in the graveyard. No, Shelter by Ghost doesn't do it. Here we go. That's going to be in the graveyard. Seven there. Okay, we're good. So let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so Jace is out. He wants to draw cards. All right, good for you, man. All right, that guy's gone. Let's take it in. Let's just see who's willing. He's just going to chomp is what he's going to do. Got our own scholar out there. And let's just put that Oculus in. That's fine. Who's doubled here? Let's just do this. All right, there we go. I think our pal... We have to give up the other dude. Let's just wait then. What you gonna do? You gonna block it? Mark it with the B? All right, and do we have a guy we want to bring back? I think we do. We get two guys now. Number 1 and number 2. Who are you gonna pick? All right, there you go. And we win! In your face, Duffy Moon! Victory! We're playing against DerykMorningstar. Derek. Okay. Not Derry K. That is a lot of mana. Keep. Alright, no to the dragon. Night. Go to sleep. You're asleep, right? Alright, good. Alright, let's see what he tries to play on us here. Why aren't you asleep? I mean, it's okay if you want to stand there seething, as long as you don't make any noise, because that is too much for me. So look at Cubert over here. Cubert is a fantastic fish. There you go. There's some energon for you, Cubert. That's the amount of noise you're supposed to be making there, Dragon. No energon for you. All right, so we got Helping Hand, which will be helping us out. We could technically even Shelter by Ghosts if it comes to that. Which will give us Ward, which would be fantastic. I think our pal Derek has got some network issues or something. This will probably be it right here. Ooh, he was just trying to trick me. And a Spell Pierce to help out. Suck it! So if we really want to protect it, we just got to put that on it. All right, so that'll keep him from being able to do anything to it for a little while. Almo. All right, it's going to look good. I'll have 2 FOMOs next turn. That'd be great. He just picked it out. Oh, of course, now I saw both of them. Oh, that sucks. That was dumb. I thought I was going to help myself out, and that was not the case at all. All right, there you go. Victory. All right, so here we are with Jeskai Oculus, and it was a fantastic deck. I ended up having a 100% win rate with this version of the deck. Yeah, 100%. I ended up finding this deck mostly off the Platinum Mythic list, but I thought it was missing something. And so I ended up swapping out some cards. I ended up putting in Authority for the Consuls and Sheltered by Ghosts. And from that point forward, it was nothing but win, 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 win. All right, so let's get down to it. Who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player? I mean, it was the Oculus. He was our most valuable player. The great thing about him was the fact that he was a flying 5/5, and that he could come out with those, kept making those the dreads there. What I liked was that I was able to use the Shelter by Ghost to give him ward because people were gunning for those Oculuses like crazy. That was the whole thing. I never liked playing with Oculuses in the past Because whenever I played with Oculuses, people would just kill them. You just put it out, gets killed. Put it out, gets killed. So hard to get it out because you just have to try to tricks it out. But then it would just get killed. But Sheltered by Ghosts gives it the ward that it needs, and I thought that was really impressive. The other thing was that we have Spell Pierce in there to hopefully keep Abhorrent Oculus alive as well. Because that's what you need, is just to keep your dude alive. He is hard to keep alive. But yeah, his ability to keep putting out more manifests, more dreads is by far the thing that made him really super cool. And that just constant ongoing 2/2 just being out there kind of remind me of an Urbrass Forge, just an incredibly slow and weak version. I love baby makers, and Abhorrent Oculus is pregnant. All right, so let's get down to it. Let's see what's next. Was this deck competitive? Yeah, it was. I mean, I picked up the proto version of this deck off the Platinum Mythic list, which automatically makes it into a competitive deck. Like I said, I think I made it better. I think I made it into a better deck. Authority of the Consuls, big time, and Shelter by Ghost, absolutely. Probably the best card from Duskmourn right there. Shelter by Ghosts. All right, so yeah, this was a competitive deck. It totally was. Was this deck a fun deck to play? Look at that. 1, 2, 3, and you're done. This is aggro kind of stuff right there. The problem is that for as aggro as it wasn't very aggro, because we got Spyglass Siren. You know, it's a 1/1. That's it. What else do we got here? FOMO, which does pretty well, but you got to wait until your graveyard is full of stuff. We are dumping things in. We are trying to discard. That is a big part of what this deck likes to do. So getting to FOMO is not as hard as it with other things. But there's not a lot of creatures in here. You're really relying upon your Oculus to put out more creatures than you currently have. So for being a very aggro-costed deck, this is not a very aggro deck. And there's not like really haste. You got Bitter Reunion, but that's the only thing that's going to help you out. Still, good. The deck won a lot. So it's hard to say it's not aggro to a certain degree. I'd almost have to say this is more just a combo deck because it's really just about trying to find ways of getting Abhorrent Oculus out, either by paying the helping hand to get it out or just paying the 6 because you've been dumping bunches of stuff into your graveyard and you have to just get rid of 6 things in your graveyard to be able to cast it. Either of those things, man. We'll get there one way or the other. So was it fun? Yeah. I mean, it was a fun deck to play. Was this deck interesting? Well, I kind of felt like Abhorrent Oculus decks were boring, mostly because when I play against them, I'm like, not the stupid Oculus deck again, because they always get the Oculus out. They always use Get Lost or whatever to get it back. And then they just start going to town and you have to remove the Oculus. Otherwise you'll just be swarmed up. I like this deck because it had red mixed into it as well. Your normal Oculus decks are usually just Azorius, because you have to have blue, you got to have white to be able to play the combo on Oculus. But this one had, Bitter Reunion and the Seneschal of the Sun and Fear of Missing Out to help really make use of it. 'Cause I can tell you what was great about having a flying 5/5 is having it essentially attack twice in a turn, doing potentially 10 points of damage. That was fantastic. All right, so yeah, I thought it was an interesting version of an Oculus deck. So therefore, I'm going to give it points for being interesting. All right, so let's add that up. Was this deck competitive? Yes. Was this deck fun? Totes. Was this deck interesting? Absolutely. So that makes this into an A+ deck. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice. I would highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.